men's rights activist. He brings a conservative point of view to black issues. His mission: to provide a forum for honest discussions about social issues without the liberal lapdogs shutting down the discussion. Broadcasting from the American Truth Project studios in beautiful Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. This is Conservative Nation with your host, Jermain Botsio.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of Conservative Nation with me, your gracious host, Jermain Botsio. And on today's show, you guys know what the deal is. It is Wednesday, Double Barrel J's Wednesday, and I got the one, the only, Mind of Jamal. How are you doing here, brother?
Oh, I'm ready to fight and get it started. How are you doing, Jermain?
Yeah, I'm doing fantastic. Let me tell you, fantastic here in. Well, I'm not gonna say the town, but where I'm at, let me tell you, there's a lot of rain. Yeah, I've been and let me turn this up here a bit. Make sure you guys do me a favor, hit that like button. Make sure
it's not streaming on Facebook, Jermain. Mm-hmm. Well, it's been raining here. It was raining here real bad. I mean, it was raining, and of course had to still go to work in it because I'm a maintenance man. But yeah, it was real bad. Hey, Jermaine, this not streaming on Facebook. It's not live on Facebook.
It's not live on Facebook. Hold on. Let me see here. Let me see here. Oh, it's doing one of these again. Okay, I got it. Give me about 1 minute here. I'll see what it's doing. You know, every once in a while, Facebook act funny. It do, and I believe that it does it on purpose here. It really does.
And you got somebody done showed you some love already, done hit you with the tip jar. Already on Rumble. You got you a Rumble love already.
Absolutely. Well, while I do this, let me go ahead and give a shout out here. And let me tell you something, very special shout out. All right. I want to go ahead and give a shout out to Kelbella823. Shout out to you. I also want to give a shout out to the beautiful Kristen Walker. She donated last time. I didn't get a chance to give her a shout out. And I also want to give a shout out to the beautiful Sally Kushmal. She donated as well. So I want to make sure those folks get the shout out and get the customaries. Let's go ahead. Absolutely. So while I'm getting Facebook set up, let's go ahead and get rocking. All right. So if you know anybody who's a Facebook fiend, let me tell you, tell them to hop over to Rumble or YouTube right now. All right. Yeah. And while I work on the ones and twos with it, you guys can enjoy the other stream. You get what I'm saying? Before we roll out, let me tell you, we got somebody else who donated right off the bat. And we're going to do a $5 challenge tonight. It seems like everybody is doing the $5. So we're going to do a $5 challenge. It says, I challenge 3 more folks to donate $5, and that's the beautiful Romex Spillman. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give her a round of applause. Absolutely. Thank you. Brother, let me tell you something. I am ready to fly. Yeah, I'm ready to fly. Absolutely. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get rocking. Make sure you guys do your due diligence. You hit that like button. And make sure you gosh darn share, all right? Yeah. Don't treat me like a side chick. Don't treat me like your baby mama. Some of y'all got some baby mamas out there. I understand, right? Yeah. I got a ex-wife. I got a wife. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, you got a baby mama. You just don't want to pick it up, right? The phone call come, you know, you're like, gosh darn it, I already know how this gonna go. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, you hit ignore a few times, and the ignore ain't working. You get what I'm saying? So you gotta, you know, warm up that mouth and get ready to, you know, spit some crazy. You get what I'm saying? But I understand that, but don't do that to me. Don't ya? All right? Don't ya? You make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you share. All right? Shout out to Diggy L777 says $5 challenge. Let's flame. Let's flame. Right. Absolutely. Let's flame. First one up here, ladies and gentlemen. And Diggy, let me go ahead and give you this. Because, I gotta give Diggy the testimony. Yeah, Diggy, I played your video last week. Yup, absolutely. I got some folks videos that I'm playing this week. All right. So first one up, I want to speak to you guys about the youth. Yeah, I want to speak about black urban youth. You get what I'm saying? This is a topic that the liberals ain't going to speak about because most of their constituents are single black mamas, okay? Single black mama. I ain't lying. Single black mamas, all right? And with this being said, I want to show you this viral video that everybody and their mama's mama is sharing. I ain't lying. Everybody and their mama's mama is sharing this video, and I need you guys to see it, all right? So with that being said, we're going to run it. When we come back, we're going to get back to a very good gift that somebody brought to some folks here. All right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's run it. Make sure you share. We're going to be speaking about 3 little boys who got caught stealing, ladies and gentlemen, out of their local Walgreens. I want you guys to take a look. Take a look at how they dressed and how they acted. Here we go.
You got like 10 seconds to open up this door. I swear to God, I'm gonna break this up. 10. Open this fucking door. I'll call my mom. Call my mom. Bitch, I been knew how to count, ho. Show 4 out of that. Dad do that.
Look at that.
Open up this door, cause I'm not playing. All I fucking know is y'all better open it. I'm not playing. You know how to count. You have hands. Open the door. Open up this door before we break this bitch.
Look at the way they dressing. They wearing robes. Who do you know wear robes?
Look just like black women.
Yeah, look at, I swear to goodness.
I will trash this off. I'm closed. All right, sorry.
I want to go ahead and play it again. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you do share. 3 little boys get caught stealing at their local Walgreens.
You got like 10 seconds to open up this door. I swear to God, I'm gonna break this up. 10. Open this fucking door. I'll call my mom. Call my mom. Bitch, I been knew how to count, ho. Show 4 out of that. Dad do that. Open up this door, cause I'm not playing. All I fucking know is y'all better open it.
They look just like a bunch of black
women. Open up this door before we break this bitch. I'm gonna break some up in this bitch. I'm God.
Daddies need to be there. Tear they hind part. Teaching black
brother,
kids.
what do you say about this here? What do you say about this here?
They look like they in training to be flaming. They in training to be flaming. That's what they look like.
Yeah.
And what that goes to show you the further erosion of the black community. You know, you which we'll get to later. You got so many people that love to talk about black women voted for Kamala Harris and all that. Well, you know what? I thank God y'all did, and you didn't vote for Trump. 92% of you didn't vote for Trump. The 8% vote for us won't show up and don't have single parent homes and stuff like that. This is horrible, Jermain. These kids are being poisoned and having their future taken away. Bad parenting, teaching children to behave in this manner is taking their youth away because they will never have a chance to learn anything different. This is they think is life. They're going to get a criminal record. They're going to ruin their life. They're not going to be able to get a good job, and they're going to blame the white man instead of blaming their mama.
All right. So Facebook should be on here. It should be coming up here in the next 5 to 10 seconds. Before I go and give you guys my response, I want to go ahead and give somebody a shout out here. I want to go ahead and give J9000 a big shout out. Gifted membership.
Even gifted me one.
Let me tell you, a lot of folks. So I want to go ahead and give shout out to J9000, and I want to give you the customaries. Absolutely. Gifted some folks a membership to the page. I want to make sure that you get the customaries, and 5 folks got blessed. I also want to give a shout out to Iowa Hawkeyes 123.
Mr. Larson.
Absolutely. It says teach your children. All right. And that's exactly what you have to do. You got to teach your children. Because if you don't, let me tell you something, somebody else will. And that somebody
in the penal system.
Yeah. You don't want them to teach your children what's going on, let me tell you, because it's quite wild. It is. I want folks to take a look at it one more time here. And I want you guys to notice these children's mannerisms, all right?
Like black women.
I want you to listen to what they're saying because it's serious. So they're walking out with stuff in the bag.
You got like 10 seconds to open up this door. I swear to God.
They're wearing slippers.
10. Open your mouth.
They're wearing robes.
Bitch, I been knew how to count, show 4 out of that. Bad do that.
Look at the way they're talking and the mannerisms. Ladies and gentlemen, just write down, who do you think they are imitating? A man or a woman? A black man or a black woman? Okay, number 1 will be a black man. Number 2 will be a black woman.
Look at the one in the green.
Yeah, the one in the green.
God. He's straight flaming.
Yeah, I want folks to put it down in the chat. 1 for black man, 1 for black woman. Who are these children imitating right now? You see them, they have long hair. They have the robes on. Who do you know walks outside, all right, with pajama pants on? with robes on, with a Jiffy Pop bag on top of their head. I mean, who does it? Is it a black man or a black woman? And look at the way these children are speaking. I just want black folks out there to understand this is what happens when you say you don't want the men in the community, right? This is years of indoctrination and entitlements. And this is what the new generation has came to. I want folks to understand it.
Who can ruin the mood?
Yeah, and they got the squigglies in their hair. Shout out to Kelabella 823. Absolutely, sweetheart. They do. They got the squiggles. Yeah, I tell my son that all the time. I say, you ain't getting no squiggles in your hair. Look at them.
They act like they sweet, like they women.
Yeah. So they acting like they mama. This is what it comes down to, ladies and gentlemen. They're acting like they mama. That's who they've been around. They ain't been around nobody else. They're acting like their mama. And when they act like their mama, this is what happens. The mama usually come out and they look like this with the robe on, Jiffy Pop bag on top of their head, talking nasty, flip-flops, not presenting themselves correctly. They don't care. So this is something serious. And this is what transpires in our community daily. So these children will grow up.
Stick his bottom lip out.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy to me how they behaving. It's like a group of black women. I swear to goodness. Last words on this here, sir.
Jermaine, before I go any further, I would like to thank J9000 because when J9000 was gifting memberships, he gave me one. I would also like to thank John and Shane Terry for their blessing to the page. I want to thank John Lennon and Shane Terry. Shane Terry is my producer. Thank him. And John Lennon is always there. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Jermaine, what we are witnessing is ghetto ratchet behavior being programmed into children. They were literally acting like black women.
Yup.
They were literally acting like they mom. Oh my goodness. What a woman
Look at them.
do. And this to me, Jermaine, is like these women hate the men they had babies by.
Yep.
And so the way you hurt a man is you take that man's son and you turn him into a little and you turn him into that. You have destroyed that man. And she chose have a baby by a man, and she trying to corrupt and have succeeded in feminizing that child.
Yeah, I mean, you just can't get around it. It's just awful. It is.
It's evil.
You know, if you're raised in a good home, ladies and gentlemen, you're not behaving like this. You're not at all. You're purporting yourself correctly. You're dressing up correctly. You're not wearing, pajama pants outside. That's crazy, right? Black women don't know that that's crazy, right? I know white folks look like, why does Lakeisha have, pajama pants outside, right? You want to giggle a little bit, right? Yeah. Don't you worry. Jermain laughing outside. I'm laughing, right? You may giggle because you don't want Lakeisha to see you, and then she start running her lips. But me, I'm laughing, and I don't care
you're
if she run her
laughing
lips.
at?
Because
what
I
you
think it's
find
absolutely crazy. But these black women, they don't understand. They don't know that, hey, you're not supposed to do this for this, that, and the third. They don't know it. And a lot of it is because of the way they have been raised. And I want folks to understand that. That's why I say children need to be raised well, and they need to be raised, in my opinion, in a traditional family household. Mama, daddy, children.
Yes.
I want folks to understand that. Kids need to see the proper example. How can a man become, a boy become a man and a husband if he's never seen it? And I want folks to truly understand that, right? Jamal, if I want to be a pilot, who do I go to? Do I go to my mama?
A pilot.
I go to a pilot, right? If I want to be a lifeguard, gosh darn it, yeah, who do I go to? Do I go to Jim Bob down the street? No, I go to a lifeguard. If I want to be a husband, I want to be a man, I want to be a young woman, I want to be a wife, I look towards my father, or if I'm a woman, my mother. Those are supposed to be the examples. And nowadays, these children who are growing up, they don't have that example. Right?
No,
a
they
lot
don't.
of these children are growing up to be single adults. Their mama was a single mama. Most of the time, if you're a single mama raising children, gosh darn it, your children are going to be dysfunctional and single as well. Because they don't know how to function in a relationship in that type of dynamic. And if they are in a relationship in that dynamic, it's like they're learning on the job. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like you're learning on the job. There's plenty of men out there who've never seen a good two-parent household. They didn't come from it. They come from a batch crazy mama. And you know what they did? They were able to focus, discipline, and get themselves in a position where they're learning on the job. And let me tell you, it's hard to learn on the job when it's that type of dynamic you're in. Let me tell you. Right? But it's easy if you've seen it before because you've been raised in it and you understand the principles and the morals and the settings that kind of guide your life. You get what I'm saying? So I just wanted to put that out there. Let's go ahead and move forward. Make sure you guys do your due diligence. Hit that like button. Make sure you Make sure you share because we're going to definitely need your help. All right? Absolutely. I want to go ahead and move forward. Next one on the list. And let me tell you, it's a beautiful list, yo. I want to show you guys another video that is catching a lot of folks off guard. Didn't catch me off guard at all because we speak about it every week on this show. A gas station owner in LA was refused help when folks came into his store trying to steal. Well, not even trying to steal. They were stealing. 25 young adults. And let me tell you something. They are a certain color. Let me go ahead and run this one and come back. I want to speak to you guys about it. This is in Gavin Newsom State, right? Yeah. Remember the one who is, he's protecting the children. Yeah, he's protecting the children. I want you guys to take a look at this. Here we go.
Sudden burst of young thieves as 24 kids take over the Chevron station in Lincoln Heights.
Just ambushed the store and ransacked it pretty much.
Owner Jerry Salib says it happened in an instant. You can see the young boys grabbing boxes full of candy, as many chips as they could carry, even cases of beer. Salib says they got away with more than $1,200 worth of goods.
When it's a gang of them at 24, 25 people, it's like an organized crime type of situation, you know, like those 25 kids could easily overpower my cashier. And
thankfully, the cashier wasn't injured. The drama erupting Thursday evening at Daly and Mission. You can see the thieves ride up on their bikes and scooters and run in. So many packing into the small store, they were running into each other in the chaos of their crime.
Look, they all got the shiesty mask. They need a outlaw shiesty mask.
So many of them that I can't even
you
stop
shouldn't be able to have those
It's
masks
24,
anymore.
25 kids,
you know, COVID brought nothing but theft.
Salib says they've had minor theft before, but nothing like this. Adding to his frustration, he says the LAPD couldn't help.
They said there was nothing they can do about it. They said it's considered shoplifting, and shoplifting isn't something they can really go after.
Salib says given their tactics, he's sure the thieves have struck before. He's hoping they'll be held accountable before they commit another calculated crime.
There's other gas stations all within the area, and these type of things happen all the time, especially nowadays. So be ready and be cautious.
Salib is calling on city leaders to do more about these takeovers and smash and grab robberies that have.
So, mob of teens ransack a gas station in L.A. Man, let me tell you, ouch. Jamal, so 25 of these young little rats. You know, these roaches, they run inside the store there. They're stealing everything in sight. These folks, Jamal, they're wearing the shiesty mask. You know what the shiesty mask is, right?
What is that?
It looked like the robber's mask. Yeah, let me see if I can show how the mask look like. Okay, here's how the mask look like. Let me go ahead and transition. I think they need to outlaw these masks. Okay, it's also called a baklava. You know, in the army we use them. You know what I'm talking about.
You talking about the mop gear?
I'm talking about they put it over their face. The mask.
Oh my God. You should not be walking around the streets like that, and they need to start arresting.
You know what I'm talking about now, right? You see what I'm? Yeah, this is what these young guys are wearing. Okay, COVID brought this kind of bullshit in. You can't get around it. They brought the bullshit in. So a lot of these young folks, especially the young black teens, they run around stealing and doing the most with these shiesty masks on. I think they need to outlaw them. I think they should be illegal. You shouldn't be able to run around with that type of mask on. When you see that type of mask on, all you see is you just want to lock the person up. You get what I'm saying? I don't care if they even a baby. You wearing that type of mask on, there's something wrong with you. We want to see your face and what you're doing. That type of mask is what allowed them to be able to go in there and feel comfortable enough to steal. You get what I'm saying? If they had to show their faces, some of them may have not have gone, but you can see a lot of them went in there without a mask as well. I want people to see what I'm talking about again, because I think it should be illegal.
Sudden burst of young thieves as 24 kids take over the Chevron station in Lincoln Heights.
Just ambushed the store and ransacked it pretty much.
Owner Jerry Salib says it happened in an instant. You can see the young boys grabbing.
You see that? There goes another guy wearing it right there. Another guy wearing it right there. See, the dumb folks aren't wearing it.
Nope.
Yeah, because
they don't care because they don't fear nothing's going to happen. They don't
fear retribution, and they know that, hey, if I get caught, my dumb mama, she's just gonna allow me to go free, and then I can play video games and smoke weed. You get what I'm saying? If they get caught, they mama ain't gonna do nothing. That's why I believe President Trump should say that, hey, if you're getting government benefits and your children, anybody in your household commits a crime, we snatch your benefits away. How much you want to bet a lot of this bullshit stops? How much you want to, because the kids who are doing it is coming from their single mamas. It's coming from single mama children. Yes. I don't make this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it coming from single mama children. So you go ahead and say, hey, you want the government entitlement, right? Yeah, of course you want. You want to eat, right? Yeah. So we'll give it to you. Anybody commit any crimes, we catch you outside loitering, right? You're out there throwing rocks at our candidates. You're out there running your lips. You're doing the most. We're going to take it away. And let me tell you something, all that BS, stop! And I'd add protesting to it too. Yeah, we catch you protesting. You get what I'm saying, Jamal? Yeah, we catch you protesting. We take your benefits away as well. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna be protesting against us and then we the ones giving you bread? Yeah. I think that they need to do that, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. And then when you do that, a lot of this stuff stops. Go ahead, Jamal.
Like you said, it does. That's a perfect idea. If your child is arrested for trying to do rioting and stuff like that, you lose your benefits. Because here when I was in Rocky Mount, and this how it was, Jermain. In the projects, if your child was caught selling drugs or doing criminal behavior, if he got caught, you got caught too, might as well, and they threw you out. And Absolutely. You only had 2 weeks to move. Nobody was playing in Weeks Armstrong projects. They was kicking the mothers out. They was kicking them out because they felt that you are abusing the system, which is a form of abuse. That is a form of abuse and fraud.
It is. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, I could take a poll. I'm telling you, most of these children who are running up in there is single mama children. They're all grabbing snacks and stuff. You get what I'm saying? This is the type of stuff you get on EBT. You get what I'm saying, Jamal? Yeah, they how come they didn't go to the grocery store and steal gosh darn fruits and vegetables? You know what I'm saying, Jamal? If they were stealing fruits and vegetables, I don't think anybody would say too much. You know what I'm saying? If they were stealing bread, fruit, and vegetables, but they ain't doing that. They going in there stealing bubble gum, candy, Slim Jims. You know what I'm saying, Jamal? Man, let me tell y'all. These people are wild. Shout out to Fred 77 says, Jermain, nothing that small, hollow pointed things when it's solved. Absolute laugh. Now, in the real world, back in the day in the 90s, let me tell you, you went to a gas station and you tried this, you would probably catch a few slugs in your back. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, you would catch a few slugs in your back. Your mama would cry for a little bit, and then the world will go on. You know what I'm saying, Jamal? Back in the day, I want the youngsters to know that. Back in the day, you try stuff like this, you get shot. Yeah, you get shot, and then when you get outside, there'll be a good Samaritan there to whoop your ass, and you get shot then too. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody be looking at you like you're dumb. Trust me, there'll be nobody crying over you. There'll be nobody crying over you. And back in the day, let me tell you something. Ask the boomers. You think I'm playing? Ask the boomers. Ask Jamal and them. Right back in the day, you do dumb stuff like this. They'll talk about you right in front of your face too. Yeah, your own daddy say, look at my dumb boy right here. Yeah, my dumb boy last week went to the store and stole. Can you believe it? Look how dumb he looks. They'll be speaking to you like that. Think I'm playing. Yeah, it ain't like how it is right now where your mama try to uplift your feelings for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Back in the day, if they uplift you got uplifted for a reason. Yeah, it wasn't just because you just came out your mama's, you know what. You know what I'm saying? Jamal, last words on this here, brother.
The whole thing is just a downright shame. It's a downright shame. And yes, I do believe the strong need to carry a gun. Are you trying to say you would shoot a child
Absolutely.
for trying to steal some bubble yum? Well, yes, I am. I'm not shooting the child because he tried to steal some bubble yum. He's asking me to shoot him because he is so desperate he has to steal some bubble yum.
Shout out to Christian Walker, Fresh 77. Shout out to her. Let's go ahead and move forward. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys do us a favor. Please, oh, please, oh, please, hit that like button. Make sure you do share. All right, make sure you do share. Next one up, I want to speak to you guys about this Sydney Sweeney campaign. Everybody and their mama's mama is speaking about this campaign. Yeah, Jamal, show that picture there, brother. Yeah. You see that grotesque heifer there? Yeah. That rotund. Let me stop. That beautiful black queen, as they would say, right? Yeah, we'll stick with that. You see that beautiful black queen there, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, you see, she's showing how she received her queendom. Yeah. Throwing a couple fingers up to the Sydney Sweeney campaign there. Yeah, she got great jeans. And great jeans. That's basically what it is. And folks are mad about it. They are absolutely mad about it. So I want to go ahead here and play this video. When it come back, I want to speak to you guys about it because I got a lot to say about it. I know Jamal has a lot to say about it. And we're going to get down to it and we're going to. So make sure you do your due diligence. Hit that like button. Make sure you do share. Here we go. Sydney Sweeney. Jeans campaign. Here we go.
Sydney's new jeans campaign is sparking major backlash.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My jeans are blue.
The campaign has a clever slogan. Sydney Sweeney has great genes. That's jeans with a J. But many believe the implication is that Sydney Sweeney's genes with a G are superior.
My body's composition is determined by my genes. Hey, eyes up here.
Sydney Sweeney's new ad is deeply, deeply unsettling to me.
It's a problem when white people try to say that the superior gene is blonde hair and blue eyes.
But others are saying it's much ado about nothing.
I'm not gonna stop you.
Well, the fun police have found something else to be angry about.
What I thought that meant was, well, she was wearing some great jeans. I guess I'm really naive.
So, will the controversy help or hurt American Eagle?
Listen, you hear that all press is good press. Certainly it created more awareness. If there was anyone out there who didn't know what American Eagle was, that they sell jeans, that it is a brand that's still in existence, now they certainly know.
I bet you want to try these jeans.
Bow. Man, that's what I'm talking about. So, ladies and gentlemen, you see what's going on? Yeah, you seen it, right? Yeah, she was wearing some good jeans. Yeah. And the fun police, aka the liberal mafia, they absolutely mad and outraged. And they're always mad and outraged. The liberal mafia right now, they're ran by some evil white folks and some brain dead black folks. Yeah. Yep, they certainly are. And the folks that are complaining the most about this, let me tell you, are the black ones. Yeah, because black women, believe it or not, they're insecure and they're jealous of white women. I ain't gonna lie, they super jealous. Yeah, white women out there, I want you to know, when you go and walk outside, you will see the average black woman throwing on your hair on top of her hair. Yeah, and they will run and make up a lie, say it's because of slavery, it is because they didn't eat enough ribs. You know what I'm saying? It is because of something, but it ain't because of any common sense. It's because of an insecurity. And this insecurity is what creeps into politics. That's why I don't like a lot of women in politics, because they put too much emotion into it. Even though emotion is a good tool to use, but it needs to be balanced. And when you allow liberal women in general, but liberal women especially, into politics, they argue, they use emotion to try to prove their point. Now, you can see here with Beyonce. Beyonce in the 2000s, you see the way she was looking?
Beyonce Targaryen.
Yeah, and now in 2020, she's a Negro pen. Now, instead of this being an issue, well, in a sense, let me get back to, let me roll this back here for a quick second. The reason why this is an issue, I should say, is because white women won't stand up for themselves. White people, but including white women. White women, you have to stand up for your heritage. You have to stand up for your likeness. You have to stand up for yourself. Nobody else look like you. Right? Nobody else can do it like you. And you have to be strong. If white women don't stand up, you will get shouted down by some black evil heifers. And that's exactly what they want to do. Jamal, what do you say about this campaign here? Do you see anything wrong with it? I didn't see nothing wrong with this campaign at all.
Let me see. That woman good.
Yeah, she good. Yup. Republican from Florida, let me tell you. Yup, has great double taps. Look at her. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so she's not the average woman. Go ahead.
Look at that reload she had. And all you see is a bunch of black women like this. Lizzo, who wants you to know that she can be just as cute. But here's the hypocrisy in the whole thing, Jermaine. This is Beyonce for Levi jeans that just got dropped. Levi Jeans just released this ad of Beyonce, of course, and you got Beyonce looking like Beyonce Targaryen, because she went from this color when she was first came out with Destiny Child. Can you say my bill? Can my bill? Now she looking like a white woman. Now look at her right now. Yeah. She like, can you pay my bill? Can you pay my bill? Pass me, I drown. Now she up here looking like a Negro pen. This is what liberals, they say and swear up and down when a white woman wears something that looks presentable and she's attractive. Oh, that's racism because you celebrate yourself. They have convinced white people that if they celebrate themselves, something is wrong with them.
Yep.
They have said, hey, white women, if you say you proud of your heritage, you racist, while black women is still in your heritage. Your heritage. They still in your hair. None of them Negroes in here got that. But you know what they did? That some sat in the beauty salon and said, this look good. And then it was May Wing. Ooh, back up, May Wing. Got half of you. You want to look pretty. Ooh, white girl. You want to look like white girl. I know you do, black girl.
Jamal, imagine if white women stood up and told Blackie, hey, you know what? You want to be like us. Yeah, you wake up every day and throw on that gosh darn wig to look like me. You know, that would take a lot of black women back. All the stuff that black women are doing, I want white women to understand. And I know women's psychology. You guys don't like competition, right? Yeah. Some women got problems, insecurity, standing up for their own selves, right? Being confident. I understand that. Yeah. So when it comes to this type of ordeal, you don't want to do it. I understand, but you're going to have to do it. Yeah, because you need to protect your lineage. You need to protect your identity. Because these black women, they're very insecure. That's why they put hair on hair and nails on nails. And I want the white women to understand that. Yeah, that's why they wake up every day to throw on your hair. And Mei Ling's hair and Apu's wife's hair. You get what I'm saying? Any type of hair except their own. So this is an issue, in a sense, of the black community that's been co-opted by the liberal movement and this gender identity movement crap. That's exactly what it is. Gender politics, identity politics. That's exactly what it is, playing out. And when you do stuff like that, ladies and gentlemen, you ended up ruining it for everyone, right? Yeah. And another reason why they don't like this is because they believe that the white woman is the poster child of quote-unquote beauty, okay? This is one of the main issues a lot of black women have, right? The curvature, how small and dainty and thin a lot of white women are, right? They say, well, we're not built like that. They get insecure about it, okay? And because of that insecurity, this is what brings on the hate. So I want white women to understand, at the end of the day, the beauty standard is still yourself. I know I'm going to get some backlash for it, but I don't care. I like to tell the truth. The beauty standard is the white woman and how she looks. Okay? It is. And when you go and poll most guys, okay, yeah, I know you go, yeah, you see Beyonce here. Let me go ahead and show it. Because this is exactly what I'm talking about here. Hold on real quick. I want to show the crowd here real quick what you put in. You see that? Beyonce, and what she looked like a straight up Negro peon. She looked like a white woman.
Yep.
So I want white women to understand you are the standard of beauty. You are. I'm going to get the hate. I don't care. You are. Most black women aspire to look like you, Becky. Yeah, so that's why you get all the names like Becky and Karen and all that. All that hate they're doing is just all flattery. They love you. Yeah, they certainly do.
Want to be
and when you poll most men, okay, most men want a woman that has the white girl features, right? Because back in the day, even black women, they were shaped like that as well. Okay, before the fast food and the high cholesterol foods started, being more popular, right? And the processed foods, the baby mama foods is what I call it, because most baby mamas, they don't cook. They go to Target or Cub Foods, Walmart, whatever, and they get box food. Okay, that's called processed baby mama food. And then they throw it into the microwave, or they throw it into the oven, and that's the meal. You get what I'm saying? All that does is make you fat. That's it. That's why we have so much high cholesterol in this country, and that's why there's so much cancer, right? And people for some reason, they ain't smart enough to catch on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they ain't smart, Brother, last words on this.
I'm trying to find this other picture, Jermaine, that here it go.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let me go ahead and transition. There you go. Beyonce, blonde hair, provocative, posing denim outfit, empowered and beautiful. Sydney Sweeney, blonde hair, provocative, posing denim outfit, offensive and racist. And it's all about color. That's it.
Yes, that's all it is. Because here's the thing. Donald Trump is encouraging white America to stand up for themselves. All jokes aside, me and Jermaine, we tell jokes, we laugh, we have the time of our life. But in all seriousness, the white community has gotten scared to stand up for themselves over the last 25 years, to the point to where you would rather accept a fist in the eye than fight back. You would rather duck and coil up to protect your face, to keep from getting hit, than fight back. Yep. You will tell your daughters they cute, but the black woman, you will put your own children down. Matter of fact, the stuff black people used to say they had to do in the 50s and 60s to their children, diminish their children dreams, tell their children don't do this and don't do that. You felt like white community, you owed it to the black community to put yourself through it. No, it won't right when it happened to someone black, and it dang sure ain't right when it's happening to you in white. You should be proud of Sydney Sweeney.
Yep.
You should be proud and stand by. But by the stocks, Jermaine, the company's doing good. They getting record sale profit because some white people don't want to be targeted, but they helping with their money pay for Sydney Sweeney and things she needs.
Absolutely. If good folks stand together, let me tell you something. We can get through the storm. I want folks to understand that there's more of us than it is of them.
Yes, it is.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah, we just need to reach the good folks. Because when you reach the good folks, that's what happens. You get support, and a lot of this dumb stuff starts going away. But we need to reach the good folks out there. We certainly do. One thing I can tell you, this campaign here has stirred up a lot of envy and jealousy in a lot of folks, and it comes down to insecurity.
Yes.
It really does. So, white women, please stand up. Please stand up for your heritage. I'm telling you, you wake up, wipe the crust from your eyes, love yourself. Because there's some other folks who love you, and they don't want to let you know they love you. All right?
Yep.
Let's go ahead and move forward. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you do share. Make sure you share. We need your help. Next one up. I had to lower my phone going off like a gosh darn bomb. Next one up. I want to speak to you guys about what happened in Cincinnati. I believe we spoke a little bit about it last week. I actually showed a picture from Diggy L77 about the woman who got beat up there. Let me tell you something. We're going to speak about her tonight. She was on Benny Johnson's show, and she said a lot, and I want you guys to hear it. But before that, I want to go ahead and play this video of this news clip. The people that got caught up in this street assault, I believe 2 of them are still in jail, and 1 of them got released on bond. I want to go ahead and run this when I come back. I want to speak about this. In my personal opinion, they should have never got bond to begin with because of how heinous and crazy that incident was. Take a look. Here we go.
So at 10:30 here in New York, more fallout from last week's viral street brawl in Cincinnati. The mayor and other city leaders facing heavy heat for their reaction to the incident and their handling of policing in general. The mayor's been on a vacation all week, and that's about to change. I want to bring in Nate Foy for the latest on this. Nate, hello.
Hey, Bill. So, Cincinnati Mayor Aftab Pureval is expected to finally answer some questions in a news conference that's being reported by local media today. And as you mentioned, he's been on vacation in Canada all week. So a lot of people say that it is about time that he answers some questions. Meanwhile, one of the men who police say punched and stomped on a victim has reportedly posted his $270,000 bond. Jermain Matthews will have to wear an ankle monitor and surrender any guns as a condition of his release. Now, his case will go to a grand jury for indictment next week. He's one of 5 suspects facing charges. Matthews appeared in court yesterday to face 2 new counts of felonious assault and 1 count for misdemeanor assault. He posted bond shortly after. Detectives say Matthews and another suspect ambushed the victims before attacking them. But Cincinnati councilwoman Victoria Parks appeared to blame the victims in a Facebook post, writing, quote, "They begged for that beatdown. I am grateful for the whole story." She's now defending that post, Bill, telling a local affiliate, quote, "Nobody deserves a beating, but there is such thing as inappropriate actions, and there are consequences to actions. And that is what my post meant. I warn you, these pictures you're about to see are graphic." Ohio Senator Bernie Moreno says one of the victims, who he names as Holly, gave him permission to share pictures showing some of her injuries. She's been to the hospital several times over the past week. Moreno is now threatening to pull federal funds if Cincinnati leaders don't come up with a plan to protect the civil rights of their citizens.
These elected leaders want destruction. They want less policing. They want lawless society because they want to destroy America.
Senator Moreno texted me, "Cincinnati needs leaders that care." Meanwhile, the cause of the fight is still under investigation. There's some dispute about which group hit the other first. A lawyer for one of the suspects says they'll be releasing a video later today that shows their side of the story. I'll send it back to you, Bill.
Okay, thanks, Nate. We'll see what the explanations are then. Thank you.
Wow. So there you go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. I want to go ahead and give a shout out to 2 folks who donated here. First one to my boy John Lennon, donated on PayPal. Shout out to you. Let me go ahead and Absolutely. And I want to go ahead and give a shout out to the beautiful Kristen Walker, Fresh 77 on Rumble, donated, took the $5 challenge on Cash App. There you go. Absolutely. So there you go. One of the guys got out. The guy's name is Jermain Matthews. Gosh darn it. He got my name, but his name, he got an E at the end of his name though. So it's not the right Jermain. You get what I'm saying? The one without the E, we real nice. You get what I'm saying? The one with the E, they gutter. You know what I'm saying? But besides all that, Jermain Matthews got out, posted bond. In my personal opinion, I think that he should have never got bond. What the heck are these people even thinking? Jamal, what do you think about this here first?
This is what happens when liberals take over major cities. Instead of trying to fix crime, they sit here and they coddle crime and make black people feel like we do no wrong. Just on a little side note, Jermain, you heard about the shooting that happened in Fort Stewart, right?
Oh yeah, the black guy who
5 people shot.
Yeah, apparently it's a black guy. Yeah.
There you go. That's the kid. That's the shooter. That's the shooter right there. And Sergeant.
Yeah, he's a sergeant too. Gosh darn it.
Look at the beard. Now, willing to bet you he's all low.
Yeah. I was literally about to say that too. I was literally about to say he one of them.
You can get to wear that beard. That's the only way you wear that beard, unless you have a shaving profile. I don't know if they still giving out shaving profiles.
Yeah, I was literally about to say the shaving profile. You have to have some sort of medical doctor's note with it. You just can't say that yet. You get bumps on your face because you shave. You get what I'm saying?
Now, Cornelius Radford. Blackity black, blackity black, black. 28 done threw his life away because he wanted to be blackity black, I guess. He shot 5 people. But it goes to what I'm saying about Cincinnati, Jermain. Jermain, they sat there and they beat that man, and beat that woman like that because they didn't fear any retribution. Black folk love to talk a big, bad wolf game, but they talk it because they know the federal government will come in and back them up. We have been, for the past 60 years, been on full-fledged cover the black community hind-part to save them from themselves and not hold them accountable. Ever since that Civil Rights Division, there was no Civil Rights Division part of the DOJ, but they did it in the 60s. They need to get rid of it. They need to totally get rid of the Department of Civil Rights Division of the Department of Justice. Then you got them beating up these people like this. Did you see the press conference, Jermain, when they asked how have they talked to the people? The mayor and the police chief haven't talked to the victims. Did you see the black supremacist activists up there talking about that y'all need to understand?
I did.
The black people, the black. I got
it's
the
another
video
BS stuff.
To see it. If you want to see it, Jermain, I got it, so and I can go straight to those black guys. Nobody on that stage was a white Republican. You had had white people who've been neutered.
Yep, they've been
white men who ain't got
cut
no
off.
balls up there.
Montanez.
But Jermain, what we witnessed in that beating, they all need to be charged with a hate crime.
Absolutely. Absolutely a hate crime. The Kyra Vernon, you see that white women out there? See, black women have beautiful hair if they embrace their hair and they get over that laziness, right? It's just, you know, my mom would tell you, I give her some good rants. Let me tell you, the laziness of black women. You got to wake up every day and do your hair. I don't care if it's harder than anybody else's hair. It's your hair. But
God
black
bless
women,
you.
they will use the lie and say, well, it's easy just for me to wake up and throw on something on top of my hair and I just go. You get what I'm saying? They need to stop doing it. You see how crazy she looks, ladies and gentlemen? It's another reason why I say that people who wear this type of stuff, there's something wrong with them. The pH level is off. All the chemicals that they put in these hairs too seep into the brain. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. It seep right into the brain. All the chemicals, the frontal lobe and the brain cortex all screwed up. All screwed up. Let me tell you. But besides the hair stuff, you know, don't get me started, you know. Don't get me started on the hair.
We queens, Jermain, you better stop talking about us. Yo mama black.
Your mama black, Jermain. I know. And I roast her too because I think it's crazy for her to be doing stuff like that as well. But besides all that, ladies and gentlemen, these folks here, they need to, you know, an example needs to be made out of them, I should say. It really does. You know, the fact that these folks decided to do this heinous crime, it needs to be showed around the country for folks to understand, in the sense that no matter what color you are, you could do something crazy. Okay? And black folks have some sort of mindset that, you know, they don't do anything crazy, or somehow if they do something crazy, it's because some white person had pushed them to it, or is racist, which is not the case here. It's not at all. I want to go ahead here and show you guys a video of the woman, I believe they call her Holly, the one that got messed up there with the picture. I want you guys to see her reaction on the Benny Johnson show as she speaks about what happened. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you do share. Here we go.
What would my children's life and my family's be like right now if my soul hadn't stayed in my body? So I'm not okay, but thank you, everyone.
Black folks watching. Can you blame them, Jermain?
Yep. Brain trauma and
Look at that, sound like a bunch of monkeys.
Slip him again. Boom. I got that too.
Jermain, hurry up and cut for YouTube flag you for that.
Okay.
YouTube flag for that video.
So there you go. You know, she said that she's feeling okay, but she's dealing with a lot of pain, as you guys can see, a lot of pain. You know, her ego is bruised up a little bit as well. You know, she could have easily been killed. She got knocked out cold. And there's been so many people who have died from just being hit one time.
Mm-hmm.
I swear to goodness, you wouldn't think of it, but a lot of folks have died just being hit one time. You get hit in the temple one time, bow. Lights out. Your soul just, floats up. You're gone. Brother, last words on this here. She's saying she could be easily killed. You know, she's dealing with some stuff, some bruises and stuff, but you know, she's all right. Do you think that there should be, you know, a lawyer out there to be taking this case, a civil rights lawyer? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That just, you know, focuses on whites and white crime. I mean, what do you think?
Let me show you somebody real quick, and I just want y'all to remember this man right here. When you sit there and you jump on someone and you were beating them people like that, can I show you a person who knows how to handle that situation real quick, Jermaine?
Go ahead. Oh yeah.
Y'all recognize him?
Yeah.
You recognize him?
Yeah, gosh, but his life, gosh darn, ruined now. They
he sued them, but he sued them.
Hell.
Yeah, but he sued MSNBC.
Yeah,
and he actually got money.
Yeah,
and
he at least got some bread for it though.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. It's better to be George Zimmerman and alive than this woman who have brain injury.
Yeah, look at her.
And almost dead.
She'll forever have injuries.
The reason why so many black activists hate guns and concealed carry and for states, because they know their nieces and nephews and children act like
yeah.
And being they act like that, somebody gonna put a hot ball, and I'm not talking about a 25-cent atomic drop. I'm talking about a boop, and that's what they need. You want to stop that? What we witnessed in Cincinnati? More concealed carry, and let the bullets do the talking.
And if we had more of that type of behavior, let me tell you, you know how safe the United States would be? America would be the safest place on earth.
Mm-hmm.
It would. If we had more folks standing up and, you know, there were a lot more holes in folks. You get what I'm saying?
Yep,
it will recorrect somebody's brain real quickly and saying, you know what, I'm going to act well. I don't know who got a pistol over here. I don't know what time I can die, so let me stop. You get what I'm saying? But we don't have that. People know that even when they do something evil and heinous, they can have a way out. This is what a lot of people think, and I think that's wrong. Let's go ahead and move forward. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you do share. We got a lot more to discuss. Next one up, I want to speak to you guys about my home state here of Minnesota. All right? There's a federal investigation, and let me tell you something. It is wild. It's wild. Now, I spoke to some liberals. They're saying that they believe it's just, you know, isolated. But I don't think this is isolated at all. I think this is a playbook that's been used for a while. And they just got caught up and greedy this time, you know. The feds raid homes and businesses in the housing fraud here in Minnesota. And let me tell you, this sucker goes all the way to the top. I want to go ahead and run this story. When I come back, I want to speak to you guys about it. It's very important because this, in a sense, can happen in every state. And I believe it is happening in every state, except the fraud isn't as big as it is right here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you share. Here we go.
Well, developing also tonight, we want to get to this story right now at 5. Federal investigators raided several homes and businesses across the metro today as part of a multi-million-dollar fraud investigation. Now, investigators say people took advantage of a program designed to help seniors and those with disabilities and other issues find housing. So here's a map of the places investigators searched. Court documents say under a first-of-its-kind program in the country, Minnesota providers billed Medicaid for services they never provided. Then in 2020, when the program started, the state estimated the housing stabilization services program would cost about $2.5 million a year. But last year alone, it paid out more than $100 million in claims. Investigators say the program, which allows Medicaid payouts for housing services, is vulnerable to fraud.
It's just another disappointing instance of fraud here in Minnesota. We've had a record amount of fraud in Minnesota, and quite frankly, I think Minnesotans are just getting sick of it.
Minnesota's Department of Human Services put out a statement saying in part fraud in public programs hurts the people we are working to help. By coordinating the administrative oversight of DHS, Minnesota is able to bring those committing Medicaid fraud to justice. DHS also tells us the search warrants executed today are the result of a partnership between themselves, the BCA, and the Attorney General's office.
Wow. In the Attorney General's office. You know who's behind the Attorney General in Minnesota? He's black.
Keith,
look at that. Keith Ellison. Right? The woman beater, the wife beater, the white beater. Let me tell you. Yeah, you got to remember.
Still got me blocked.
Keith Ellison. This sucker goes all the way to the top. And ladies and gentlemen, entitlement fraud is the easiest fraud that these people do. Why do you think they're always for the poor? They're always for the downtrodden. They're always for these type of folks, right? It's because it's easy to snatch money out the deal, right? I want folks to understand what these folks do is they create dummy organizations. Remember I told you about these organizations, the NGOs that the liberals were putting up for Ukraine, right? Hey, send money to the doggy fund in Ukraine. You know, doggies have been misplaced, and we got to find good homes for them. Remember that? Remember I said that? Yeah. And there's actually a doggy fund. You think I'm playing? Yeah. These people are behind stuff like that, and they know that there's good folks here in America who don't have that type of evil thinking. So they go ahead and they give their hard-earned money to these folks, and these folks are all they're doing is siphoning the money to misuse it for their evil agenda. That's all they do. In Minnesota, how do you think they get money? How do you think a lot of the Democrats get money? Right? Who the hell want to give them money because they're siphoning money away from the police and everything? Who want to give them money? Democrats get rich through fraud. That's how it is. Why do you think they're for illegals? Right? Illegals, because illegals bring in illegal funds. Yeah. I want folks to understand their ideas aren't popular. Nobody want to give them money. The economy sucks. So how do you get money in an economy like this? Fraud, 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 fraud. You create a 50c13 charity. You create an organization, a foundation. Yeah, we're going to help, such and such. We're going to help people who are 55 and older. We're going to help, young adults. We're going to help this, that, and the third. And what they do is they bill services that they've never serviced to the government so that they can get money. Money. That's how it works. Right? A lot of these doctors used to do it back in the day. Back in the 90s, that type of fraud used to be popular. You think I'm playing? Go ahead and ask the boomers. The boomers know what I'm talking about. You remember Enron and them? Yeah, the Enron scam. When Enron was popular, all those scams, that's when all them scams started popping up.
Yep.
And if you're old enough, you remember Enron. You remember Bernie Madoff, right? You do. A lot of these small clinics started popping up.
Yep.
And then they started doing the same scam that these fools are doing now. So this scam isn't new. It's old, and now the people in the government are scamming, right? It used to be private citizens doing it, right? Yeah, a private doctor's office is ripping money away from Medicaid and stuff like that. Yeah, it used to happen all the time. But now it's the government. Yeah! Last words on this here, brother.
You know what, Jermaine? We all knew that Tim Walz and Minnesota was behind some stuff a while back. We all knew this. We all knew the fraud and stuff because that's how Democrats pay for stuff. Democrats, they try to tax you, then they try to take everything from you. Tim Walz is a downright crook. And Keith Ellison is worse. He's the attorney general that was so happy. He was so happy that he could, quote unquote, get Derek Chauvin. He was happy about that. Oh, he was skipped to the loo, my darling, that he locked up Derek Chauvin. Won't admit that he lied to the public. So when it comes to this fraud, I hope President Trump lock Walz up. It is time, and maybe some of y'all will understand because what we talk about, it is time that Democrats start going to jail.
Absolutely.
It is time that we see some perp walks with handcuffs and going to jail.
See, Jamal, because not a lot of people go to jail for this type of fraud. You know what I'm saying? Usually they get some sort of plea deal. You know, and back in the day, that's what they would get is a plea deal. Most of these people who got caught up in these type of white-collar crimes, they get a plea deal because guess what? They've never done crime before. They get a little probation and they're gone. And I want folks to understand that. This is the type of stuff that, you know, was going on. And, you know, imagine this at a national scale. It's even bigger. You know what
Could
I'm
it
saying?
be?
Fresh 77 says, talk about the ballot harvesting in Little Mogadishu, a.k.a. Cedar Riverside. This is how Somalis get elected. They cheat and steal. Absolutely. Riverside there in Minneapolis. Little Mogadishu, let me tell you, a lot of Somalis are there, and it's because of the program that they have there. They bring a lot of these refugees from Somalia over there. They have a big apartment there. It's a big high-rise, 2 of them. It's called Riverside. Over there, you can catch Somalians over there. They're selling fentanyl, right? They call them blues. I don't know if folks out there understand the fentanyl trade, though, but it's very, very, very serious here in Minneapolis. They're selling blues. They're selling all sorts of, drugs in that area, I should say, right? A lot of crime. Yep. You know, not everyone's doing it, but there's, a lot of it. Let me tell you, a lot of it to make the area be bad. So that's what's going on over there. The ballot harvesting, let me tell you something. That's the way these folks get elected. They absolutely get elected in that way. Even if you're living over there and you don't, go along with the politics, your vote really don't even matter because these people are not going to do the right thing over there. They're just not. Last words on this here before we move forward.
Jermain, we know how crooked Minnesota is. We've been hearing you for years talk about it.
Yeah.
We know how crooked it is. If you pay attention to your show and mine, when we was doing the 4Js, you was telling people Keith Ellis is corrupt. This state is corrupt. It's ran by liberals. It is corrupt. Donald Trump, I hope, prosecutes and tell Pam Bondi, do not offer pleas. I want them to perp walk with their hands behind their back, establishing ain't nobody above the law.
Mm-hmm.
Take it, posterize. Beyonce and every Democrat said ain't nobody above the law. Okay, let's start with you.
Yeah. They don't even speak about the Congress folks that got killed in Minnesota. They've stopped speaking about it. You would think that would be like the center story that they would speak about for the rest of the year and try to get down to it, and how can we stop this and this, that, and the third. They stopped talking about it. They really have. It's just a really bad place, for the state to be in a sense. I just wish that people would wake up and see what's really going on. Minnesota might be, how can I say, like a state that most folks are not familiar with, but it's a playground and it's a place for liberals to expand on the things that they do. And it's kind of like a testing ground before they put it out to the masses. Minnesota, California. So let's go ahead and move forward. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you do share. I want to go ahead here, ladies and gentlemen, and speak to you guys about Trump versus Charlamagne Tha God. Yeah. Charlamagne Tha God is a black man. He's bald. He's a host on the show called Breakfast Club. He was recently on Fox News on Laura Trump's show. And he said some things that got him in hot water with the president. And I want to go ahead and run this, and when it comes back, I want to speak about it a little bit. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you do share. Here we go.
Traditional conservatives are going to take the Republican Party back. I think there's a political coup going on right now in the Republican Party that people aren't paying attention to.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I think that this Epstein thing is going to be a way for traditional conservatives to take their party back. I really do. I think that they know this is the issue that has gotten the base riled up. The MAGA base isn't letting this issue go, and for the first time, they know they can, probably take their party back and not piss off the MAGA base.
Wow. So that's what he said. He had an issue. Donald Trump had an issue with what he was saying, and I don't believe this was the only thing that Donald Trump had an issue with. He also went on the Daily Show and said some things that were pretty wild as well, calling them, slow and stuff like that. So President Trump didn't have much respect for that, called him low IQ and such. I want to go ahead here and show you guys here a video. All right, this comes from the Breakfast Club, and there's a caller on this video that speaks about what President Trump was saying to Charlamagne Tha God and how she feels about it. And I want you guys to listen to what she's saying here, because what she's saying is the reason why a lot of liberals feel and view the world. this way. Take a look.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, just hilarious. Charlamagne Tha God. We are the Breakfast Club. If you're just joining us, we are opening up the phone lines. A lot went down over the weekend, especially with Charlamagne. He did Laura Trump's show, and Trump responded, and we just want to take your calls and see.
And this is not about me. This is about America. You know what I mean? Because I personally want the president to succeed, but when the president isn't doing things that are putting us in the best position, we all as Americans have the right to speak out against that. So I'm just simply asking the question Laura Trump asked me: how do y'all rate Donald Trump's second term so far?
Hello, we have Sharon on the line. Sharon, good morning.
Don't call me by my government name.
Oh,
damn.
You want
she said, I want my job. She said, I want my job.
Well, what's your name then, ma'am?
Love.
Love? The last person.
Yeah, you know Love is Love. We know Love. What's up, Love?
Yes, you do know me very well. I called some years ago when my husband was sleeping with my best friend.
I remember.
Hey, Love.
How do you rate Donald Trump's second term thus far, Love?
Man, this is one thing that we must realize. One, the American government is like a teenager. We have just reached puberty in regards of democracy. We have a tyrant who we have let come into office and disrupt every single thought and thing that we do. So, one, we have to look at this. We have to look at the fact that some of these wars that are being fought are wars that we cannot fight. It ain't our shit. We ain't concerned with that shit. We need to be concerned with what is going on our home.
Well, he said he ended 5 wars.
He ain't ended shit.
I
Watch
know.
your mouth.
I know, Love.
We gotta let Love go.
Thank you, Love. But Love's right, though. I understand what Love is saying. People get passionate about this kind of stuff. I understand.
But we want to stay on here. Hello, who's this?
For as long as we
Hi,
can.
this is V from Somerville, South Carolina. How you guys doing?
843.
What's up, V? Talk to us, V.
Hey, so pretty much just my insight of what's going on. The fact that, number one, Trump is so busy talking about you and he has everything going on in America. He's so busy about what's going on with you. And like you said, the 1 point situation, the 1%, I'm sorry, my phone's going in and out. Everything is supporting what he has going on with the White House. We're not rich. We're not rich. He's cutting the unemployment. He's cutting the food stamp. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm not on any assistance, but the people that I see around me, they're really suffering. But he's so busy attacking celebrities. For all of this, he could have just stayed on TV. Because what are you really doing?
And bow.
What's your point?
So let me go ahead and stop it there. So you heard her. She says that the folks there, she's not, Trump is quote unquote cutting a lot of the entitlements, Social Security, Section 8, but she's not using it, but she sees that it's hurting a lot of folks. So you heard the women there, the black women. They don't like Trump. They call him a tyrant. That is the motto, the mantra of the left and of black America when it comes to Trump, most of it. Brother, what do you say to this here? You know, Charlamagne Tha God, he's sitting there. He's looking like a black, let me stop. He's there, sitting there looking like he's low IQ. Everything he got on is black. He got you know, a book on there, of course, promoting something black. What do you think?
You know what? Charlamagne Tha God has been running around with this trashy stuff because what's simply is this. Black people still butthurt that it was forced upon black people with Kamala Harris.
Mm-hmm.
They sold that lie she could beat him. Charlamagne Tha God sold that lie. And then they found out, wow, the other part of the country disagrees with us. The other part of the country is sick and tired of these entitlements and stuff because the poor entitlement make the people feel they are entitled for the entitlement.
Mm-hmm.
You look at the black community, they have a aura of entitlement to say you must give me these entitlement, and if you don't give them to me, you're racist.
Yep.
But then if you say black people all on welfare, the first thing they say, white people mostly on welfare, not black people. So it's you can never try to catch them down and try to move like little slimy or rodents. That's what they try to do. That's what they try to do. They like try to move like little oil soaked rodents. Charlamagne Tha God Lieber. Charlamagne is mad that he thought Donald Trump was going to lose and everybody was going to win. Okay, he went on Laura Trump's show because she came on the Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club, and so many Republicans keep coming on these shows for Democrats to keep attacking them in some of the most nastiest ways, and they act like they're going to try to reach out. You can't reach to a person who hates you.
Yep.
Charlamagne Tha God hates her and her father-in-law. Charlamagne Tha God, who was accused, like he talked about Trump, Charlamagne Tha God was accused of raping a girl.
Yeah, he was. He was. See, and he laughed
that's
about
why
it
he
as well,
shouldn't be
too.
speaking on sexual assault. Because, bruh, weren't you accused of it? Didn't you say she lied? Oh, did she lie on you? So I hear Charlamagne Tha God. I don't watch the Breakfast Club because, as J9000 said, it's a propaganda show. It's liberal Democrat trash that constantly sit here, and I'll never forget these simp henpecked Negroes came after Kevin Samuels.
Oh yeah,
because Kevin Samuels was encouraging black men that we don't have to put up with black women junk. And that one that's light skinned, he called
DJ
out
Envy.
and said all this, and then come to find out either his wife cheated on him or he cheated on her.
Yeah, he
and
cheated
Kevin
on his
Samuels
wife,
said,
got caught up.
You can't make this up.
Yeah. Them Negroes are all hypocrites.
All of them.
J9000 is exactly correct. It's a propaganda show. All right. It is meant to reach the younger class. All right. Most of the younger class, they think like them. They're meant to be the cool show. You get what I'm saying? That's the way they think. You know, they're meant to promulgate that type of thinking and have folks, you know, call in, you know, and push that word around. It's not a good show if you're trying to open your mind. It's not at all. Not at all. Charlamagne Tha God, he has a lot of issues, but one of the issues that he has right now is him speaking about Trump and not having his facts correct. And I think that's what got a lot of folks on him, because he's able to speak about Trump this way, but yet, you know, he was giving pass to Kamala Harris and that other fool. So, you know, he's being disingenuous by the way he's talking. So I want folks to understand that, you know, he's all for black, blickety black, everything black, you know. So he's not going to be honest because of the side he represents and the money that, you know, is coming in for that show. You know, he's going to stick to what he's going to stick to, which is telling the absolute worst of the not truth. Let's go ahead and move forward. I got
Jermain,
one more video. Go ahead, sir.
Just real quick, and never forget this. Charlamagne Tha God does shucking and jiving.
Oh, yeah.
Because he allowed Joe Biden to sit in his face and say, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. He allowed the black race to be defined by who we vote for, showing he doesn't really care about blacks. He cares about keeping blacks in the state we're in because the Democrat Party pats him on the head, pat him on the butt, and give him a check.
Absolutely. And they give them money too. That's one of the main reasons why all these people are doing it. The Democrats got a slush fund from that you said, and they were passing that money out. You know, and now that slush fund is dried up a little bit. You know, so Charlamagne Tha God is trying to look for money in other places, and it ain't working well. Let's go ahead and move forward. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we got one more video here for the night. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you do share. All right. I want to go ahead and show you guys a video that got sent to me. All right. It was a little bit of a confidential video. It was sent to me. Apparently this, was flashed on TikTok and another on YouTube for what they're saying is for about 5 minutes, and it got erased. And I want you guys to see this. Now, there's a lot of folks speaking about what's going on in the sky, and they're also speaking about the government and such. And I want you guys to see this. Now, I want to show you guys this, and then we'll speak about it. I don't want to say too much until you guys listen to it. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you do share. Here we go.
Yeah, it's recording. Hey guys, I feel an obligation to our country, to the world, to share this information with you. Right now, I'm in hiding at an Airbnb, so that I at least had enough time to get this out to you guys. Last Friday, let me back up. I have worked at the Pentagon for the last 7 years in data analysis. And last Friday, as I was leaving work like I normally do, I got an email that I wasn't supposed to get. There is another senior officer here at the Pentagon with the same first and last name, but with a different middle initial. And it got sent to the DOD email to me instead of him. And according to policy, I wasn't even supposed to open it, but I did, and I have to share this information with everybody before it's too late. I'll just put on the screen. All right, so I will leave it up on the screen for a few moments so you guys can read it. Obviously, the part that stands out is indicating that some form of contact with sentience has been made, and that the estimated current approach date of 29 October. Obviously, I will lose my job once this gets out. And honestly, I will remain in hiding for as long as possible just for my own safety. But I didn't feel right knowing this information and knowing the implications for all of us and not sharing this with everyone. So do with it what you will, and Godspeed.
Wow. So that's That's the message, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's the message. Man, what can I say, right? What can I say? This got sent to me by some folks, and I took a look at, I did a little bit of research, and there's some things, online speaking about this here. Now, I don't really get too much into, outer space and all that type of jazz because I just don't know. All right, I'm very honest about that. I just don't know. I don't even know if there's space. I've never been up there. Yeah, I've been in an airplane. I've been in C-130. Jumped out that sucker. Let me tell you something. But one thing I've never been in is space. I just hear what other folks have said. That's it. And what they've put in books. That's it. That's it. So I'm a guy who likes to know things by seeing and experiencing, and that's something I ain't never experienced, so I don't know. But what I've been seeing lately, probably for the last 2 years, is this type of stuff coming out. And with this coming out, I don't know what the agenda is, and I wanted to put this out here to let you guys know that this type of stuff is seems to be apparent nowadays. Last year they had these sort of drones that were flying over cities, and people said that there were spaceships and all sorts of stuff. I don't know, brother. What do you think? What do you think about this here?
I've always believed that there are life out there. I think at one time we were so far behind, they decided to leave us alone.
Yeah.
Let us grow. But then again, yeah, I do, because even the scriptures even say, the Bible
alludes to it a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Because when God came to Satan, he asked, "Where have you been?" He didn't say you went to earth and you've been in heaven. He said where. So that lets you know it's other places out there. It's just that when these people come do this, oh my gosh, I'm risking my life.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's so theatrical.
And I'm somewhere in the Airbnb, so nobody can find me. But I had to give them my license and credit card number for an Airbnb so the government can find me.
Yeah.
And I just want to show you some stuff I found. You see this picture? Just a picture of the UFO.
Yeah.
Bruh, that looked like something my son drew.
Yeah.
No, it's a secret. It's a secret sketch.
Okay, you believe in UFOs. You may seen something and you trying to convince people. Most people believe there are extraterrestrials.
Yeah, they do. Most folks do.
As long as if they're not alien, like the movie Alien, with face suckers that rip your chest out. We aight.
Yeah. I think probably some of them mostly look like us too. You never know. The way this came across, it looked very theatrical, Of course, they did the whole bit where, I'm in a secret location, I can't tell, and this, that, and the third. And the way that I think about it, if I take a step back, if let's say if it's real and it's legitimate, we would still act the same way. How, we've had so much disinformation. We've had so much movies and BS that if it was real in a sense, I don't think anybody would believe it. I think it would take literally, a spaceship coming down and people outside going, you know what I'm saying? And actually interacting for them to believe. And I think that's what it takes for most folks. You know what I'm saying? I'm just knowing that there's a lot of this coming out. Now, there's some folks who told me about, hey, Jermain, this might be Project Bluebeam that everybody's been talking about, the fake invasion so that they can, take control and this, that, and I have no idea what's going on with that. But I do know that this type of stuff is out there, and there's too many of them. If you go and Google what he's talking about, you will see endless pages of people speaking about this. You will have folks speaking about some sort of comet that's supposed to be coming close to Earth as well, that Fox News and all these folks are talking about. So I don't know what's going on, but there's something going on, and I wanted to put that out there for folks because I know that we got some people here who have open minds, and it's always good to speak about certain things like this, just to be abreast about the topic. So I just want to put that out there. Brother, any last words for our beautiful crowd? That is our show for tonight. I want to make sure that everybody and their mamas.
I just say this, Jermain.
The show.
When it comes,
go ahead, brother.
Please, everybody, I hope you did like and share. If you're here, like and share. I would like to thank the people who gave tonight. I would like to thank the people who did give subscriptions, because those things do help keep the page. And those $5 challenges, y'all just don't realize they add up.
Oh yeah.
Just to let y'all know, people like, well, that's really not a lot. If 30 people do a $5 challenge, how much is that? So think about it. Your $5 challenges go a long way. But Jermain, I just want to say this. A lot of subjects we talked about tonight shows the Black community is its own problem. It's not white people.
Oh my goodness.
We're our own problem. And we didn't talk about it tonight, but President Trump is having to consider federalizing Washington, D.C.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the youth and the crime.
Yep.
But it's always major cities where Black folk vote to put people in office that will cut them slack. All these major cities are getting what the people voted for.
Yep.
And either you gonna hire somebody for the state that can overlook and step in and remove these people. That prosecutor should have been removed in Cincinnati.
Yep.
The mayor should have been censored immediately. And that chief, she should have been kicked out, because that wasn't a fight. That was a racist attack. They just don't want to say white people were victims of a racist attack and Black people are the perpetrators.
Yep.
Because if they were to do that, the last few years they have been pushing, oh, Black people don't know nothing, they just innocent, will fall apart, and many more whites will be like, the hell with y'all, this is on y'all. Excuse my language.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you take anything away from tonight's show, you could take away that white Americans, especially white women, need to stand up and understand that when you hear hate coming your way, a lot of the times it's insecurity. It is. And Black Americans have their own problem they need to deal with. And there's no white man on earth who's going to be able to figure out and solve their problem. And I want white people to understand it. It's going to take Black people themselves, them looking inside their heart and their soul to see what they need to switch up. Family is also very important. Believe it or not, right? And the right family, the right model. The liberal model of mommy and children, or mommy and children, or daddy and children, that don't work. It don't work. And they don't want you to speak about it because it hurts their feelings. Get over it. It doesn't work.
And hurts their.
Yeah, it hurts their pockets as well. Because they make money, ladies and gentlemen, off of broken families. I don't make this stuff up. They make money off of broken families. That's why they push the gender war issues, right? I don't make this stuff up.
Yep.
They push the gender war issues. They're doing everything they can to separate men from women. That's why they push LGBTQ, right? Yeah, because that breaks up the family too. How many LGBTQ families are there? Not many. And when those folks get together, guess what they doing? They fighting. They always fighting. So what they're doing is by design. That's why they got think tanks. They sit around and they get paid money to think about how to destroy America. Don't you want that job, huh? Nah, you don't. So that's what it is. I'd like to thank everybody and their mama for hitting that like button, for sharing, and for donating. We absolutely love ya. And we thank you from the bottom of our hearts, all right? So without further ado, you guys take care. Have a very, very beautiful night. And we'll catch you guys here later for another edition of Conservative Nation Double Barrel J Wednesdays with me and my great man, great friend, Mind of Jamal. You guys take care and be blessed.
We